Hi there everybody and welcome. It's Jackie here from Stampingjack.com and welcome to another Facebook Live. Apologies, I'm a couple of minutes late, but I had some technical issues. My Wi-Fi signal seems to be a bit weak tonight, so fingers crossed it'll get us through this evening. So yeah, when you join, just leave me a comment below. Let me know that you're here and I will just quickly check our setup. 1 second. Let's see how we're doing. Seems to be working. Let's see. There we are. Okay, great. Hi, Lynn. Welcome. First one in the door. Hi, Diane. Glad to see you. Welcome. Sue, hi. Hi. It's great to see you all joining in so quick. Hi, Anne. Fantastic. It means I'm not talking to myself for the first 30 seconds. So, welcome, guys. Yes, so today's Monday, isn't it? Yes. Whew. Hi, Doreen. Welcome. And it is hot. I'm absolutely sweltering here in my conservatory. As you can imagine, it's pretty hot and I feel like I'm melting, but we should be okay. I've got some fun stuff to tell you this evening, and I've got some impromptu projects tonight. I've had a busy week this last week and particularly the weekend, so I think I'm just going to wing it this evening. So let's see what see what happens. Yeah, just remember, Lynn, you've just reminded me, make sure to share the video. I'm loving the fact that I'm seeing lots of new faces and likes and things on the videos now, so it's brilliant. So keep up the good work, guys. I really appreciate it. So let's get on. Let's get straight into our prize draw. Actually, let's get that done. So the prize for last week was this set of sprinkles embellishments in these gorgeous summery colours, and let's see who the lucky winner is this week. We have Lynn, well done. You've won. Congratulations. So I shall pop these in the post to you. In fact, I will include them when I send you your new catalogue, but I'll get onto those in a second. So the prize for next time is a pack of our 2015-2017 in colour doilies. So there's Cucumber Crush, Mint Macaron, Tip Top Taupe, Delightful Dijon, and Watermelon Wonder, I think that one is. Thanks, Sue. Thanks for sharing. Now, I won't be here next week, but I will be back the following week. I'm taking a break, so you've got 2 weeks to share the video like mad, and let's see how many names we can get in the hat for next time. So that's that. So as I mentioned, when I got home this evening, I had a whole pile of these arrive waiting on my doorstep. So this is the new autumn winter catalogue, which is going live on the 5th of September. So quite a few of you, if you've ordered from me in the last 6 months, you'll automatically get a copy of this. I'll be sending them out in the next week or so. Quite a few of you have already requested a copy on my Facebook page. I did a post last week. But if you'd like a copy of this, then simply leave me a comment and let me know, and I will get one out to you. Now, unfortunately, I can't show you the inside just yet. I've seen it online. I've seen the PDF, and it's gorgeous. And in fact, I've already put in my order from here, because as demonstrators, one of the perks is, hi Terry, hola. One of the perks is getting to see all the catalogues a month before everybody else and being able to order a month before everybody else. So my order has gone in, and hopefully by the time I'm here with you next, so not next week, the week after, I will be able to have a play with some of these, and I'll let you have a bit of a sneak peek of what's coming. Okay, so that's really exciting. I know, to be perfectly honest, I'm not sure I can really get my head around Christmas just yet, especially when it's 31 degrees. But you know what? I'll do my best for you guys, okay? So that's the catalogue. What other news have I got for you this month? Oh yes, we've got 2 new promotions for you this month. The first is, I didn't bring any graphics for this, but I'll post them up on the page. The first is that we've got an exclusive stamp set and die available only during August. It's called Colour Your Seasons. It's a fantastic stamp and die set, which I don't actually have at the moment. But you can only purchase this during August. It won't be available at any other time or in any other catalogue. So I'll post some more details of that later on. It also includes some a new set of watercolour pencils. So got some new colours in our watercolour pencils. And there's the suggestion that maybe they might be available in an upcoming catalogue. So you never know. So that's offer number one. Offer number two, which is the even bigger news, which is fantastic, is we have our bonus days promotion is back. We did this last year, and what happens is that during the month of August, for every £45 that you spend in my online shop, you will receive a £4.50 money off voucher to spend in September. So if you place an order for £45 in August, then in September, when you come to place your order, you can take £4.50 off the value of that order. And there's no limit to the number of vouchers that you can earn during August. So the more you order in August, the more you save in September. So that's really, really cool. Do not forget about that one this month. You don't have to do anything. All you got to do is go to my online shop, place your order, and as soon as you hit £45, it'll ping up and tell you, congratulations, you've got a voucher, you've earned a voucher. Now, if you order 90, you get 2. If you order 135, you get 3, and so on and so on. So as many as you like. But if you order £50, you still only get 1 voucher. It has to go to the total of 45 multiples. So that's really, really cool. It's fantastic. And as I say, a great opportunity to get your orders in and save a bit of money then in September, because when it comes September, you're going to be wanting to order from your wish list from this one. So every little helps, isn't it? Every little helps. So anyway, as I was saying, tonight we're going to be winging it a little bit because I haven't really had a lot of time to do as much crafting as I would like. So what I thought I would do is, I've had this set, and I think I made a card with this at class a couple of weeks ago, but I've been wanting to play with it a little bit more. So I thought we'll do that tonight. So this is Dandelion Wishes. I love these images. And so we're going to do a little bit of watercolouring, a little bit of emboss resist, and we'll just see how we go. All right. So let's grab a few bits. Just 1 second. Let's get ourselves some scrap paper. Right, so let's start with, I'm going to do a bit of watercolouring first, I think. So I've got a piece of watercolour paper here. Oh, I know what I'm going to do first. Oh, and this set is just gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. It's just, I know I'm going to have a lot of fun with it. So the first thing I'm going to do is, will that fit? Yes, it will. Is I'm going to do something that I did a while ago, and I'm going to use my block to do some stamping. So let me just work this one out and see what I want to do. Yeah, I want that one actually. Okay, so what I've got here is some shimmery white cardstock, and then I've got my block. So I'm just going to ink this up in a couple of colours. So we've got Flirty Flamingo. Okay, and then I'm going to add a little bit of Mango Melody. You can see I'm just adding the colours to the block straight from the ink pad. Okay, and then I'm just going to put some on this corner. This is Melon Mambo. Alright, and then I'm going to grab my spritzer, and I'm just going to put down some kitchen towel to protect my work surface, okay? Alright, so we've got our ink on our block, and we're just going to take our spritzer, and I'm going to hold it quite far away. So at the moment I'm holding it, you can't see it because I'm above the camera, I'm holding it about a foot away, okay? Because I just want a very light spritz on here. I don't want to soak it, I just want a little bit of liquid on there, just to get the colours mixing a little. Okay, and then I'm going to bring in my shimmery white, and we're just going to place the block down and just press hard. You can see the colours mixing on the block. Okay, and then we just pick it up and we get this gorgeous sort of mottled effect in the background. Now I've noticed that that's crooked, so I'm going to do that again. Okay, so we'll start again with the Flirty Flamingo. Add a little bit of Mango Melody. There we go. And then a little bit of Melon Mambo. And then I'm going to spritz it again. So this time I'm going to put a little bit more water on it than before. So we get a bit more movement. Okay, and then we're just going to lay it down on our card. See if I can get it straight this time. Now, can you see that because I've added more water, you can see that the ink is mixing an awful lot more. And as I squish, you can see it move, which is kind of cool. Okay, so we'll lift that up. Okay, and we've got, then what I'm going to do is just take a little bit of kitchen towel and just pick up the excess. Okay. You could heat set this if you wanted, but kitchen towel is absolutely fine. And I quite like the jagged edge on one side. I think that's kind of cool. Okay, so let's do that. There we go. Okay, and I'll clean my block off while we let that dry slightly. And then I'm going to bring in the stamp. Let's clean off this block. Okay, I'm going to ink this up with, let's see, what colour? I think I'm just going to use black. Let me get my ink pads. I'm just going to use my Memento ink pad. I wanted my Stays On pad, but I've lost it, which means it's somewhere in here underneath something. And as soon as I'm finished tonight, hi Joyce, welcome. As soon as I'm finished tonight, then it will show up. But because this is reasonably dry, this is fine using the Memento. Okay, and then we're just going to pop that on there. And you can see that the image is slightly larger than the square, which is what I want, because I want it kind of, it just fits in. Can you see that? Fantastic. Okay, so then we just want a sentiment on there. So let's see, what have we got? We have, I made a wish and you came true. What colour shall I do? I think I'll do it in black. Okay, and we're just going to pop that down the bottom here. There we go. Close up these ink pads. And then I just want to layer it up. Now let's see, what colours, what layering should we do this on? Oh yeah, that works. So we've got, does it need a layer in the back, I wonder? Just 1 second. Thinking maybe it could do with a little pop of black. Yes, Terry, I do have the new chamois and it is fantastic. It definitely saves money on kitchen roll and baby wipes and is a lot neater. All you got to do is rinse it out with water. So yeah, I think a black. There we go. And it seems, yes, it seems more controlled. That's not necessarily the case. I think I just got a bit lucky tonight, but it is definitely an interesting method, and it gives you a different result every time. As I say, I did use it on a card a little while ago, and I do enjoy it. It's much quicker than actually watercolouring. And I think with the shimmery cardstock, I don't know if you can see it, but I think it just adds that little bit of extra sparkle to it. Yeah, these are cool colours together, Joyce. I haven't used them together before, but I think they work really, really well. Okay. So once I finish these cards, I will figure out what the dimensions and supplies all were, and I will post all that on my blog. Okay, because as I mentioned, I am winging it tonight. So there we go. Card number 1. Watercolouring or stamping with your blocks. So let's clear up a bit. And I think for the next one, I'm going to do some emboss resist. So I'm just going to think about this for a second in terms of... So Lynn, this one's for you because we're going to do some heat embossing. Let's just plug everything in and then think about colours. I think, yes, and they are fantastic sunset colours, aren't they? And can you, I don't know if you can see it, can you see the shimmer on the cardstock? It's really quite lovely. There, I think you can see it there. Super. It comes from the, where does the I Made a Wish come from, Diane? It comes from the same set. So you've got these dandelion images, and then you've got these lovely 3 sentiments as well. Okay, so it's a really cool little sentiment there. So let's see. We need Versamark. We need more embossing body, and we need some white powder, I think. Okay. So for this one, I think I'm going to use the same stamp set, but I'm going to add some of these wispy flyaway things. Okay, so always with heat embossing, first step is to run it over with your embossing buddy. This removes any extra grease or dust or static that will make your powder cling where you don't want it. Okay, and then we're going to ink up our image. I'm just going to make sure it's clean because we used black last time. Yeah, so let's just give it a quick wipe because I don't want black for this one. There we go. Okay, so we're going to ink this up. Plenty of Versamark. And I just want this in the corner, like so. Okay, and then I'll just ink up a couple of these flyaways. So we want one here, and I think we'll have some this way. Yep, that should be fine. I don't want too many. Okay, then we'll just add our white powder all the way across. There we go. That's it. You can see I've got a few spots where it's caught. So let's just get rid of those. Lovely. Okay, so we'll just put that one side and put our powder back because we do not want that going everywhere. Okay, so now excuse the noise for a moment while I put on my heat tool. But quick tip for when you're heat embossing is allow your heat tool to warm up before you bring it to your cardstock, and that will help reduce any warping. So 1 second. So let's see if you can see this turn, because we've got white on white. There we go. You can just see it become shiny. When I first saw this stamp set, the first technique I thought of with this one was emboss resist. It's just perfect for it. There we go. Okay, so you can just about see that, but all will be revealed in just a moment. So I'm going to bring back in a little bit more kitchen towel, and I've used the watercolor paper here because I do want to add quite a bit of water into this. So I think I'm going to go with some kind of turquoisey color. So I've got my Bermuda Bay and my Coastal Cabana, and I'm going to use my aqua painter. Okay, so all I'm going to do is just squeeze the lids together. You've seen me do this a million times, haven't you? And it gives us a lovely pool of ink to work with. Move that out of the way. Okay, and then I'm just going to very loosely, I'm going to start with the light colour. So I'm going to start with Coastal Cabana. Just add a little bit of water just by squeezing my aqua painter, get some water in there, and then just going to start at the center and I just want something really, really loose and kind of whimsical on this one. I don't want anything too heavy. You can see I'm just going round. And you can see this is drying really, really quickly because of the heat in here. Okay, so just going to blend that out. I'm going to blend it out so that it takes in the edge bits. And can you see where if you let it dry, can you see you're getting like the variations here, which is actually quite nice. And that's one of the reasons why it's good to not necessarily put tons and tons of water on your project, because it allows it to dry out and then you get like layers of colour that you can build up. So I'm just going to add a bit more up here. Okay, and then I'm going to come back in with my Bermuda Bay, and I'm just going to add it's a little bit darker down here. Can you see that? And then in the centers, just going to add a bit. As you can see, I'm not being terribly precise with this. I wanted to have that sort of, let's say, that very light, whimsical, kind of dreamy look to it. Okay, let's see. I'm going to add a bit more down here. Okay, and then if I want to lighten the colour up, I just add some water and that will spread it out for me. There we go. And I've managed to put a little bit of a fingerprint in there, so I'm going to add a little bit of yellow. Well, I'm going to add a bit of Mango Melody to this one. Okay. So our new ink pads, you've got to squeeze a little bit harder to get your ink reservoir, but it's still there. Okay, so I'm just going to add Let's see how this goes. Adding just a little bit. I just want just a little hint of yellow. Bit at the edge there. Here. Oh yeah, that's looking good. Put a little bit more here. Okay. There we go. Right, and then I'm just going to dry this off so we don't have to sit here and wait for it to do so. So excuse me. Now, and you can see that my paper is curled a little, so I'm just going to flip it over and heat the reverse to try and straighten it out a little. And we'll do the same there. There we go. Okay, so now, I'm pretty pleased with how that's come out. So let's see, should we layer this onto... Yeah, that looks good. And what should we do for a layer behind? See if we did pink. No. What about if we did some grey, perhaps? What do you guys think? You think this, or with the pink, or just plain like that? I think I'm actually liking this one. And I'm going to grab some ribbon. Let's see. I think I'm going to put a little bit of our baker's twine on here, and we need a sentiment, so let's bring back our memento, and I think we'll use the same, yeah, I think without, I think adding layers to it, yeah, it's not kind of the look I was going for, so let's just put that there, put it there. Ooh, got an angry face there. Who have I made cross? Okay. There we go. And then that's a bit crooked, but never mind. And then I think we'll just add a little bit of twine. Around the top. Okay. Oops. So this is what takes the time. As you all know, ladies, this is what takes the time with your cards, is deciding where the final placement of everything. I don't like it there. Yeah, I prefer that. So let's see if we can get this the way I want it. Okay. Let's do, will I do a bow or not? I think I'm just going to do a double knot. Don't want to add too much to this. Just want it to be really, really simple. Trim this a little bit more. There we go, and then I'm going to pop this up on dimensionals. And get them. I'm just going to cut my edges. Don't forget your edges on your dimensionals. Alrighty. Okay. There we go. Cool. What do you think of that one? Very, see, and that watercolouring was pretty controlled, wasn't it? It wasn't too bad. Let's clear away some of these ink pads. Okay, so now we've got a pink one and a blue one. And let's go for one more, shall we? Let's see, what should we do for the last one? Let me have a think now. What else did I want to do? What have I got? So, let's think. What do we want to do? Ooh, thumbs up and hearts. Thank you, guys. Right. So you hold fire, admire those for a minute while I think. What shall I do for the next one? What shall I do? Let's try. I have an idea. Let's try this one. Okay. And let's see if we can create like a little background with this. So let's use some grey and what other colour will I use? I want a light colour. Grey and let's try our balmy. No, I know. Let's do some grey, some smoky slate, and some mint macaron. Okay, so let's start with the grey. So I want this really, really subtle. So I'm just going to stamp off like so. Doing this way. Okay, and then let's change to mint macaron. And again, let's just make it very subtle. Okay, and then if we take our in-betweeny bits, we can just fill in some gaps. Let's add a bit of grey down here. Then I want a bit of mint macaron in here. There we go, and I think a little bit in here. Okay. Yep, that looks good. And then I'm just going to grab one of our punches. Let's see. I think the everyday label punch should do the trick. And let's see. Well, that one should do. So let's grab a scrap of white, which I have here, and I'm going to stamp that in the grey. So I'm using smoky slate here. Okay. Okay, this is Wishes for Life. Oh, I think I dropped out there for a second, guys. Hope you're all still with me. Right. There we go. Down there. And then I'm going to, I know what I'm going to use. I want some vellum for this next bit. Okay, I've got some vellum and my leaf punch, so I'm just going to punch a few of these out. Okay, 3 should do the trick. And I'm going to put the light on, it's getting dark. There we go. Alright, and then we're going to use, I've got some silver thread, and be right back. Just getting some ribbon. Okay, so I'm going to pop this up on dimensional, so let's do that first. Where did I put them? Can anyone see them on the table? I'm sure they're somewhere obvious. Right. We'll just use our minis. Ah, here they are. Nope. Where did I put them? Got them. Panic over. Okay, so we just want these on either side here. Okay, and I just want to attach my vellum leaves, so I'm just going to use some glue dots to add these to the back of my sentiment panel. I'll make sure I bring the glue dot with me this time. Makes it stick so much better when you do this. Okay, so you got that there. I'll have another one here, I think. Yep. Okay, and then I'm going to add some ribbon. Now let's see. I've got the white with the silver, which is kind of cool. Or we could give a little pop of colour with the pink. Decisions. I think silver and white, actually. Okay, yep. So we're just going to trim a piece of this. And we're just going to take our snail and just pop a little on either side at the back. And then take our ribbon. I like using snail for this because it means that it's quite easy to pick the ribbon up and move it. So you can position it exactly where you want it. So let's see, there we go. And then I'm going to put that there. And then I think we need a little bit of adhesive here and here. You'll see why in just a second. Got my silver metallic thread. Okay. Whoop. And I'm going to, if I can find the end, I'm just going to wrap it around my fingers about 5 or 6 times to create a loop. Okay. And then I'm just going to lay that loop down behind here. Okay, Don't mind if it's messy. It's kind of the look I'm going for, but what I don't want are my ends sticking out. So just make sure that my ends are stuck down. Okay, let's pull that around a little till I'm happy with it. And then we bring back in our sentiment piece. We just add that over the top. I'll even put it on the right way around. Almost a disaster. There we go. And then we need some Wink of Stella. Just to finish it off. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to spritz with my Wink of Stella. Here we go. And then I'm going to grab my rhinestones and just add a few. You caught me, Sue, didn't you? I wonder how many of you were going, oh, she's going to put it on upside down. Right. And there. Here. And one here. There we go. Okay. So then all we need to do is just stick this piece to our grey. And then we're just going to pop that onto a Whisper White card base. I always have lots of these pre-cut. Makes this processes like this so much easier. And there we have it. So there's our third card. Not bad for on the fly, I must admit. So let's see. Let's see which one is your favourite. So we've got the grey one, we've got the blue one, and we've got the sunset one. So let's hear it, ladies. Which one is your favourite? Now, just to remind you, don't forget about our bonus days offer this month. Thank you, Anna. I wouldn't quite go as far as genius, but I appreciate the thought. So yes, bonus days offer this month, a free £4.50 voucher for every £45 that you spend. So you get to spend that in September. Our Colour Your Seasons exclusive time-limited bundle just for this month. If you want a catalogue, let me bring it back in case you missed it. So I have a whole pile of these ready to go. So I should be sending these out the next few weeks. So if you want one, just send me a message. And also to those of you who are reasonably local to me, I'll be having an open house here on the, I want to say the 15th of September. But let me just check the diary, whatever the Saturday is. So 8, oh, I've forgotten the date. 1 second. Now that's a piece of information I should have written down. The 15th of September, I'm holding an open house, a free open house here, from 10 in the morning till 5 at night, at 5 in the evening. There'll be 2 sessions, one in the morning from 10 o'clock until 1 o'clock, and then one in the afternoon from 2 o'clock till 5 o'clock. And that will be the usual format, so make and takes, free goodie bag, prizes, and basically a chance to get your hands on this stuff and have a little play with it, and we'll kind of see if we can get ourselves into the Christmas spirit, even though it's September and its forecast says it's going to be very warm. So let's have a look. Oh, we've got quite a range of votes for these. We've got blue, white. We've got one for the sunset. So there you go, ladies. I'm going to go have a cup of tea now. after all that creativity. Thank you once again for joining me. It's always a pleasure to have you with me. And I will see you all, not next week, because I'm taking a break next week, but the following week. And hopefully I will have some projects for you using some new stuff from the catalogue. Have a great day and speak to you soon. Bye.